Hey Lindsay, this is Lee. I'm having some trouble with my recording software, so let's see if this works. So here is your baymax, and what I was telling you to do in that first email is just first pull off all these top parts. And I'm going to change the white to yellow so I can see it. Now you can see here what I was talking about you having white parts in your background is that not all of these are filled. So I don't know if you meant to do it that way. If I pull that off, you can see here is the shadow layer, and you do have some white parts in the shadow layer. So I don't know if you want the shirt to show through on those, or if you meant to fill those with white, or maybe this is an old file that you sent me. Okay, so the next thing I want to look at is up here in the balloon. If I zoom in real close, you can see that there's a gap here in the balloon. Looks like you maybe filled it and it didn't fill all the way. And if I this right now is I forget the word for it. It's combined. So we're going to break it apart, which is Control Shift K, or you can go up to Path, Break Apart. Okay. So what you can see here is that there are these other pieces in here, and this is what I meant by saying that you had these extra pieces that were real thin. So if I double click on those, you can zoom in, you can see that that is a real thin little piece you have in there. And if you send that to the cutter, unioned to not union combined with this part of the balloon, it's going to it's going to cut around that way and then come back and cut around this way. So that's why you probably had it cut through there. So what I would do, I'm going to undo this to get it back the way it was. Now what I would do is, if you want those pieces to be white, go ahead and fill them in, um, and union them to this right here. And I think that what you've done here is, instead of breaking apart and union it, you broke it apart and combined it. So I would break apart, Control Shift K, and now union, Control Shift plus. Okay, now that gets you a solid outline. I'm going to go back to where I was and show you the outline view that I mentioned. Okay, so this is a normal view. It shows all of the parts all filled in. Now if I go up to View, Display Mode, Outline, now that's just showing me where the cut lines would be. And so in this one right here, you can see that there are some extra cut lines up in there. If I break it apart, now you can see there's that cut line there there's actually two cut lines. If I zoom in real close, you can see the outlines there. Okay, so you've just got these extra pieces in there, and I think there's more. These things are separate right here. So you would just want to go in and either union those to your shadow layer, or delete them or whatever. So I'm going to go back to View, Display Mode, Normal, and then you can see what I was talking about there. If we select all of those and union them together, then it's going to be a solid shape with no cuts inside. And let me go back to the outline. And this, you can also see that you've got these parts here. Okay, I broke it apart so I can move those around, but if I hadn't broken it apart, those would be unioned or combined with the black outline, and they would cut. It would cut there. So, okay. Trying to think if there's anything else. If there's anything else, I'll just make another video. So hope that helps you out some with that.